everybody. Today we're going to be doing two different activities. Are you finished? Two different activities. One we're going to be doing in year 2, and that's going to be looking at a times table game. It's very simple to do, very quick to set up, and children can play between themselves as well. It's not something they need to do with an adult. We're also going to be looking at multiplying by 10, and then with Gabriel we're going to be doing a little counting game as well, another one that's really quick and easy to set up, but it also looks at language such as full, nearly full, empty, nearly empty, and that type of language as well as doing counting. So Gabriel, do you want to go and play while we show what your brother's doing? Yeah, okay, so we're going to be doing a times table game with Noah, but we're going to be multiplying by 10. Now you might think multiplying by 10's easy. It's really straightforward. It's just adding a 0. But there's a little bit more to it than just adding a 0. And just saying to children, oh, you just add a 0 on, it can cause a lot of misconceptions as children get older. And I'm going to explain that now before we play the times table game. So here on the whiteboard, I've written down 64 times 10. Now, our answer is 640. And if we're using the method of, oh, you just add a 0, yeah, that does work. But when children get older and start looking at decimal numbers, this is where the problems crop up and the misconceptions arise. Because if children think that, oh, just adding a 0 works, then this is often what we see children doing. Now that causes a lot of problems because it's incorrect, it's wrong. Essentially, the number hasn't changed. That 0's just been put on the end. So what we want to show children is, if I just put a cross on that, that the placeholder actually moves, the decimal moves. Okay, so that's what we're wanting to show children, that the numbers are moving along. Now a great way to show this is with a place value grid, which I've got here. So you can show children, you could put the number 6 in here, for example. When you multiply it by 10, you show that it moves into the 10s and we get a placeholder of a 0 going into the 1s column. If you do have older children and they're looking at multiplying by 10 or even dividing by 10 and those decimals are cropping up, you can use still use a place value chart, but you'll notice it's got more headings on there. We've got our thousands, hundreds, tens and ones, and we've got our decimal point and then tenths and hundredths as well. So that's the reason why we don't say to children, just add a 0 on when you're multiplying by 10, and that's the reason why we don't teach that way. So are you ready to play the game, Noah, that we're going to play? So if I just move that out of the way. So this is a game that children can play together. It's not something they need an adult to play, and they can play it with any times table as well. I've got a noughts and crosses grid. Rather than crossing and circling, because from my time teaching, I'd remember very well children would rub things off and you wouldn't know what they'd put on, because unfortunately, or conveniently in some cases, they couldn't remember. So in our case, we're going to use some counters from a Connect 4 grid and put them on. So what's going to happen is, I'll be very sporty, Noah, and I'll let you go first. What colour do you want to be? Speak to me. What colour do you want to be? You want to be blue? Okay, I'll move the blue ones over to you. So we're just going to play it like noughts and crosses. It's 3 in a row. We can go horizontal, we can go diagonal, or we can go vertically, and we have to try and block each other. Now, which section do you want to go in, Noah? Which one do you want to do? You want that one there. So you're going to have to answer 3 times 10.
30.
30, good boy. So put your counter in there. Okay, now, when I play noughts and crosses, I always like to go for the middle square first, so I'm going to go with 6 times 10 and go with 60. What are you going to go for now, Noah?
10 times 10, 100.
100, okay. I'm going to go for 8 times 10, which I know makes 80.
5 times 10 equals 50.
Oh, I can see where you're going to go next. I'm going to go with 12 times 10 equals 120. Where are you going to go? Oh, you can't just put it down. You have to answer it.
9 times 10 equals 90.
It equals 90. Do you know what, Noah?
What?
You did block me there, but unfortunately, I can still win.
How?
Because 1 times 10 equals 10. And I've won, haven't I?
Yeah.
Now, the great thing with this is it's really quick to set up. You can do more than one's times table as well. You could have lots of different times tables in if you're playing with older children. It's a great, really quick way to practice. So that's our really quick and easy to set up times table game for today. If you don't have a whiteboard, that's fine. You can just do it on some bits of paper. Or you could even write the number sentences on pieces of paper and then just move them around constantly. Then you've got a game that you can reuse again and again and again. So we're going to have a little look at what Gabriel's doing now. Gabriel, do you want to come and have a look at what you're doing? So the game that we're going to do with Gabriel today, we've got some cubes. You don't have to use cubes. You could use pieces of pasta, you could use pom-poms, you could use small toys, you could use bits of Lego. There's all sorts you could use. We've got a dice. I've put it in a basket so that it just contains it. Instead of a dice, you could use playing cards. And I've got 2 paper cups. Now, instead of paper cups, you could use bowls instead, but you need something that you can fill. Now, this is a game we're going to play, Gabriel, and we're going to be playing against each other. Okay, so do you want to sit on your bottom, Gabriel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Louise. Noah can count really well in 10s and 2s and 5s, but actually recalling them is a little bit trickier, isn't it?
Yeah.
So these games can be really helpful to do that and encourage them to play the games. So, Gabriel, you could be making a shaker doing that. You're going to have a cup and I'm going to have a cup. And it's the first person to fill the cup with cubes that wins. But you're not just going to get cubes and put them in. That would be too easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. So you're going to roll the dice. So roll it in the basket. Oh, no, roll it in the basket. So how many have you got? 4. So put 4 cubes into your cup.
1,
Good. Count it as you do
2,
it.
3, 4.
Is your cup nearly full?
No.
No, it's not, is it? Is it nearly empty?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my turn now. It's my turn to roll the dice. So again, children can play together. I got 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your turn. Oh, what did you get? 1. 1. Good boy. It's my turn now. 3. So I'm going to put it in mine now. 1, 2. Oh, did that one not go in? 2, 3. Okay. Your turn. Oh, roll the dice, cheeky chops. Ooh, what did you get? 6.
1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. 5, 6.
Okay. I'm just going to quickly check them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. Sit back. Go back.
I'm putting them inside.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you missed one. I thought you had when you'd dropped one then. Put one more in to get you 6. Put one more in. 6. Now, is yours nearly full or nearly empty?
Beautiful.
It's nearly full, isn't it? It's my turn now. Who's got the most in? Me or you?
Me.
You've got more than me, haven't you? So again, you can be doing comparing amounts with this. Oh, what number have I got?
4 again.
I've got 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your turn, Gabriel. Up. Roll the dice. Thank you. What did you get again? 6. Go on then.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. Is your cup full?
Yeah.
It's full now, isn't it? You won. So what we're going to do now, Gabriel, is we're going to count how many are in your cup all together, and then we're going to count how many are in my cup all together. So I'm going to use this basket here. So what we're going to do, Gabriel, is we're going to count together because Gabriel struggles with bigger numbers. So this is something that he's going to start off, and then I'll carry on the counting and he can join in if he recognises the numbers. So one at a time, can you put them in the basket and we'll count?
1,
Good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
14, 15, 16.
17.
You've got 17 and you did fantastic with your counting there. High five, Gabriel. Well done. So you got 17 altogether. Shall we see how many I got? Could you count mine into here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. You had 17. I had 11. Which is bigger?
I'm not a dumb.
Well, which had more, Gabriel?
Mine.
Yours. So, Gabriel,
What?
17 is bigger than 11.
Yeah.
Can you say that for me? 17 is bigger than 11. I think we're still asleep this morning. So as you can see, it's a really quick game to set up. It doesn't take long. Neither of them do. They don't take much prep at all to do. So those are our activities for today. You can find lots more activities on our timetable over at classroomsecrets.co.uk, where there's loads more practical ideas and resources that you can have a go at. Yes, we have used cups today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.